it's Amanda from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk. Today I'm just having a bit of a play. To be honest, I've got quite a lot of things out on my desk. I'm not sure what I'm going to use. I just now want to have a play with these new Santa sacks. They're awesome. They're really, really cute. They're drawstring. Oh, they won't sting you, honest. Drawstring. And yeah, I'm going to decorate them. You get them in a pack of 8. So yeah, you could put sweeties in them, you could put well, jewellery in, you could put anything in them. They're not a bad size. They measure just short of 5 inches by 4 inches. So let's have a look. Now, one thing that I do know is that you can stamp on these, which interests me. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to just put a piece of card in there before I stamp, because I don't want it to go through. I don't know if it will, but you know, our stamps are water based, so I don't want it to go through to the other side. Now, according to the information given by Stampin' Up, you can stamp on them. But just remember that if you use these, they're not water safe, so if you go swimming with them in your hand, it's gonna run, okay? If you run about in the rain outside, the ink will run. You can use your common sense though. And the other thing that I have got to hand, which you might use, and you can also use on fabric, is the new shimmer paint. Now, it's a very, very small tub, and when I first got it, I'm not going to lie, I thought, oh gosh, what am I going to do with that? That's not going to last very long. But you know what? You only need the tiniest amount. It's awesome. The really smallest amount. I'm going to demonstrate this separately because there's loads of things you can do with it. You can make shimmer mist with it. You can mix it with ink. You can do all sorts. I just might use it to just flick over some stuff. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm using Dashing Deer, because basically I bulk made a load of cards the other day, and I had some of these left, so I'm going to use it. But I want this lovely kind of like flourish, for want of a better word. I'm going to put it on this large block, which is a little bit too big for what I need, but hey ho, never mind. And I'm using Merry Merlot. I'm trying to not do just Christmassy stuff, but I just want to. I don't know what's wrong with me this year. I never normally craft Christmas early, but this year the products are so good, that's what it is. So I've inked that up. I'm just going to zoom out ever so slightly. I'm a little bit close. Ooh, sorry. And I'm going to stamp it just at the bottom there. Like I say, I have got a piece of card in between so that it doesn't leak through to the back. Okay, and that's stamped beautiful. Now I am going to stamp the back, but I want to stamp it. I don't want it, you know, leaked. Do you know what I mean? I know what I mean. So there we go. So there we go. These are awesome. Love it. Right, so I can take that out now, can I? I might just leave it in a minute. No, I'm not. I'm going to take it out. Can't make my mind up. Right, I do know that I'm going to create some sort of banner. I'll just move my ink out of the way. I'm going to create some sort of banner, and I have picked some of this DSP here. This is from the Joyous Noel, and this is the glimmer paper. And then I've cut a large circle using Merry Merlot cardstock, and I've used the stitched shapes. Okay? I've done it all before just to try and save a bit of time. Right, so I want this to be on the back. So I know the widest part of my, what's it called? Forgotten. Banner. It's a banner. Gee whiz, my memory. I know that the widest part is 2 inches, so I'm going to cut that to 2 inches by, I don't want it any more than about there. So 2 by about there. I'm guesstimating. 2 by, shall we say 3.5? No, we'll say 4 because we're going to cut some off. So 2 by 4 for the first layer. Move those, save those, don't waste them. And then, so the next layer wants to be 1 3/4 by, if we did that by 4, we want to do 3 3/4. Right. I will tell you that I do, to the side of me out of view, have my glue gun on. Which I think is the easiest way to attach things to fabric, unless you've got a really good Fabri-Tac type glue. Okay. So there we go, that's my banner created. And that can just go on there like that. Since I've got my glue gun out, I'm gonna just use it. Might as well. Come on, if it's not going to be naughty. There we go. Might as well use it if it's out. Try not to burn my fingers off and end up in A&E with blisters. Right, so that has created a banner, which is about as straight as an iron bob note. There we go, that's better. And then on top of that, I'm going to... Do I want some of this? Haven't fully decided on everything that I'm using yet. Don't want that. Do I want this? Quite like this ribbon. I do quite like this ribbon, but that's too long. Let me see. Just trim. This is the Merry Melon Copper. Okay, I'm just going to... I think I am. I'm not sure. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to burn my fingers off now. I'm not really. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm just going to layer that like so. Get the glue strings. Glue strings. Bit of glue on the back of there. I love gluing stuff. Oh dear. Stick that on there like so. And then I can whip that on there like that. It's a bit big, that, is it? Oh well, I've put it on now, I'm having it. But changing my mind now. And then I'm going to stick Mr. Deer. Rid of them glue strings and stick him sort of there like that. Okay. So we're just kind of making a bit of a statement piece up. Let me get that glue string. If you do have glue strings, at the end, go over your project with a heat gun, which is what I shall probably do. So now that is my, I like that, I think that's really nice. That's my focus for my decoration for my bag. So I can stick that on now. I'm just going to put my hand gently inside, being careful not to burn my skin off, and leave, you know, my fingerprints on the bag. I tell you what, crafters that use glue guns would make awesome burglars, and I'll tell you for why, because none of us have got any skin left on our fingers, have we? So we wouldn't leave any fingerprints. Not that I'm, you know, saying you should go out robbing, but just saying, you know. Right, so that's that. So now, what else do I want to do? I've got some of these little flowers which are out of my personal stash. Stampin' Up! Don't sell pre-made flowers. I've got some of these little wooden elements, and I've got this sprig punch. I do want to add some sprigs, so I'm going to punch 2 like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just layer them like so and tuck them in there. That's what I'm doing. So if I just layer them up first, like so, and then I'm going to just tuck them. They've got glue strands, it's doing it in. I'm just going to just gently tuck those. Shall I tuck him behind his head? No, because then it'll look like it's growing out of his face. Oh, we don't want it to look like it's growing out of his face. I've got a glue strand there. I'll get rid of that with my glue gun later. Let me get that off. Right, so that's bugging me now, that bit of glue. Hold on a minute while I just faff. There we go, got you. Got you, you slippery little sucker. So let's have a look at these. I quite like Noel. Or should we have Joy? Mary. I think I might have Noel. Noel. We'll have that. Ew, snapped off that one. Not to worry. Don't matter. I've probably been heavy-handed with it. Don't matter because I can just glue it back together, can't I? Let me just a bit of glue on that. Stick that back together. Like so. Just let that dry. If it's not going to stick, then it's going in bin. No. Can't be bothered with that, it's going in bin. It only gets one chance. Okay, so we've got that there, that says Joy. So I quite like that grey. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just add some of this little tiny shimmer paint, and I'm only going to use the paint from the lid because it goes a real long way. A really long way. I'm using a dry aqua painter for just purely because I don't have any paintbrushes. My little girl pinches every single paintbrush I ever owned. She has nicked it. So I never have one. So I'm just going to paint that, and it will just add a gentle metallic sort of frosty shimmer to that grey laser cut wood. Beautiful, love it. Okay. Now I wonder if I can very carefully, should have done this before I put them on the bag really, and just gently give them a bit of colour, bit of a shimmer. Let me dry that off. Ooh, that's pretty. Yeah, I should have painted these before I added them. So that's adding a shimmer, but you can obviously still see the lovely shaded spruce green colour. Oh, I like that. That's really nice. Really lovely. Okay. And then you would leave it to dry, but you know I'm filming, so I can't. We'll have to just carry on with it wet. Oh, that's lovely. Beautiful stuff. Very shimmery. It probably does not show on camera. It's very subtle, but it's very beautiful. And that's given those like a little, like the frosted, like they've got a layer of frost on them. It's lovely. Really pretty. I really like that. Okay. I'll put that away. And then I will stick my word on, which is Joy. I'm just going to use a very tiny bit of hot glue, just in a couple of places. Get them glue strings off, stick that there, like so. Hold that while it dries. And then I'm either going to use some of these like winter type. Yeah, I am. These are just some wintry balloons that I have had in my collection for about 500 years. I'm not even joking. Ouch. I'm just going to add those to these sprigs that I've made look like they've got a layer of frost on them. I'm super thrilled with that, to be honest. Glue strands everywhere. And that one there. Okay. Just hold those while they're dry. And I'm having one round here as well. Or maybe even two. If you can't get hold of pre-made paper flowers, you can always make your own. There are dies in the set with this. There are some dies to make some little tiny flowers. You could make a cluster of those and layer them up. You've lots of possibilities. You don't have to do exactly what I've done. Okay. And I'm just going to have just the one flower there. And there we go. I think that's really, really beautiful. I hope you'll give that a try. Lots and lots of way to decorate these beautiful Santa sacks and put some lovely goodies in. And don't forget, you can even stamp on them. Go and have some fun. Thanks for watching. Bye.